Smells good, Josh.
Thank you.
So we're about to change an impeller, and the first thing you need to do before you open up your water pump is you want to make sure that your raw water intake is turned off. So when it's running with the ball valve that's on, and then you flip it up, that means it's off. You get that guy turned off. The impeller on this motor, which is a universal 25, is it's going to be, this is called a V-drive transmission. So that means the motor is actually backwards from what a typical motor would be. So your impeller or your water pump is going to be located in the back where you got your fan belt, which runs your water pump, inverter, and your flywheel. Some motors have two, but this one only has the one. And we're going to take our little mirror here so we can see back there and look back and see what kind of screws we got on there. These are flat heads. So we got our handy dandy double-sided screwdriver here, and just going to kind of feel it out. About an hour and a half into replacing the impeller on the water pump. As you can see, as a typical boat project goes, there's your water pump, there's your graphite bushing, which is all those pieces around there. We had a spare. It was damaged in reinstallation, and I'm going to open up the freezer, but we're freezing the parts so that they go on there better. Yeah, so we're getting there. Dewdrops, little dewdrops, they gather and form a puddle. Morning sun comes a great-eye, washes it away. So it's Tuesday, June 27th. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and Josh and I are doing the very, very last things we need to do before we can leave for Catalina, which includes washing all of our dishes and the rest of our laundry while we have fresh water access, even though it is 2 in the morning here in downtown San Diego.
I think it's better right now because we haven't got anybody watching us.
Yeah, nobody's hustling us to get off the dock so they can use it. So we got all our hangings up, the laundry's washed, dishes are almost done. We got the dinghy washed, we washed the deck. We're about to put the dinghy on the foredeck. We're gonna top off our water tanks and run some jack lines and stuff, do a couple few little lashings, but the boat itself is looking really sharp. We got all that solar up there. We opened up the front of the Dodger so that while the weather's calm, we'd have some better visibility in the cockpit. And yeah, we managed to get all the water jugs and almost all the surfboards and everything down below, so the deck is looking very clean. And then despite our hangings, those will be gone once they dry. But we've got like one surfboard on deck and the life raft on the stern, and that's about it. The 4 panels. She's looking sharp. We're gonna full view. Yee-hoo. Yeah, we got the bottom cleaned and everything. She's ready to go.
I pray the Lord will help me carry on. Another day, just another day.
Josh and I are finally setting out of the San Diego Bay mooring field for good. Hopefully. So we're gonna head on out the bay, and then we're going to shoot up a little bit north to Dana Point today, and check out Avalon and Catalina Island, and just kind of play it by ear, try to really test the boat out. It's supposed to be 6 to 9 foot today offshore, so I think that'll be a great opportunity to really test out just everything. You know, we've got some hanging still drying, but we've got everything lashed down really good on deck. All the panels up. We've got the dinghy secured really well, and yeah, it's looking ship shape. We got one surfboard on deck, but that's lashed down really well, tight to the cabin house. Yeah, in an hour or two when all these hangings dry, we'll take those down. Feeling pretty good about things. It's a freaking gorgeous day to be leaving. So we've been sailing for about 3.5 hours, maybe a bit more, since I'd say it's been about 2 since we got out of San Diego Bay, out the inlet over there where the red buildings are. And oh, there's a seal. And haven't made a ton of progress, maybe about 7 or 8 miles. We're moseying along at about 3 knots. Nice, steady, we're close hauled, heading northwest, predominantly north, to, oh goodness, to Avalon, Catalina Island. There's Loma Point and all the graves. And yeah, turn the camera on because I've been playing with the sails for a bit, and I got the boat really well balanced where I don't even have the tiller tied off. She's holding herself, and the wind vane's doing a lot of the work. And yeah, I'm kind of doing a little bit of adjustment here and there to try to dial it in, but even in this, you know, 10-knot breeze, she's holding herself pretty true, which is nice. It's about 8 o'clock in the evening. We are off the coast of California, Southern California, at a bearing of about 310, 315 degrees northwest. Couple miles off the coast. We're making our way further offshore for the evening because we're gonna sail through the night to Avalon, Catalina Island, and winds are actually more favorable for us as we venture further offshore, and it makes us feel better not being so close to the coast. Like California's got a bunch of point breaks and stuff, and just don't want to get smashed up in the middle of the night. So we're gonna go to some deep water. The depth sounder stopped reading at around 300 feet, and now it's just bam. So we're running the engine a little bit just because we were barely like making a knot off the coast. The winds were so fluky, and we want to keep our battery bank topped up, etc., etc. We can get a bit more fuel in Avalon when we get there. So we're just kind of prioritizing a fast passage right now, and safety offshore rather than trying to hug the coast in the dark. So it's been a fantastic day. It's very slow sailing today. The wind was pretty light, but the boat's been doing really well.